Are you curious about going to Ghana? Well, guess what? You're in the right place. So, we recently did a nice trip to Ghana called SANBRA 2026, and it was very, very exciting. And we have all the info, all the tools, and even some footage for you to see for yourself. Stay tuned. Now, I know you guys are wondering, what does SANBRA mean? SANBRA is a Ghanaian word, tree. Actually, that's one of their native languages. It means to come back or to return. So, we here at Lovor Quest Club, we want you to come back and return and become reconnected with the continent. And Arnold is going to be the one to run you through the itinerary and just to give you a little bit more insight on how we do things over here at Lovor.
Thank you, Dorothy, for the beautiful introduction, and welcome, guys. So I'm going to take you through our exciting journey, exciting group trip that we had just this year's March. This March 2026, and the dates for the trip was March 28th to April 4th. So it was an 8-day exciting trip. We had the best itinerary ever. Always, like every year we've been doing this. So our itinerary every year is like, the best of the best. So I'm going to just take you through highlights of what happened and what the vibe was. So day one, we had a beautiful welcome, Ghanaian reception at Rehab Beach Club. Where everyone got to sample some finger foods and vibe, cocktails, mocktails. It was a cool chill night to settle you in to the country. And day two, they had the Accra City Quest, which is my favorite of them all. You get to see landmarks like the Black Star Square, Osu Castle, and also the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. It's a must visit whenever you come to Ghana. And one unique thing about our trips is that we always move around with a video team, a photo team, a video and a photo team. So all your pictures and everything is on lock. Every year we make sure we have like our community service day, where we spend time with orphans, kids in the community, and try to connect on a more deeper level, because with Lovor we believe in philanthropy, and also we believe in people. So it's not just about connecting people from the diaspora to the motherland, but it's also about connecting people to people. That is the main goal, and every year we try to include this. So this year too, they had a community session in Jamestown, and it was a beautiful session. And we have full videos of each day shared on the YouTube page, so you can check them out. These are just highlights of the various days and the trip. And I hope you guys will be joining us soon for the next one in December. And we also have another one for next year, March, SANBRA 2027. Okay, so I'll leave it to you, Dorothy.
Thank you, Arnold, for going through the itinerary. So now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of the video, the testimonials. All right, guys, so stay tuned.
On arrival in Ghana.
I'll go. Even though I am from Southern Africa, and I've been to Ghana twice before, but for work, it was a very different feeling this time. It felt like I was coming home, and I haven't been to Africa since 2019, so it was very special. And it just made me feel so special, and also just at home, and it was a really nice feeling. It was the whole program made you feel so welcome and happy to be there.
The last 2 Saturdays, I've been on calls with the women leadership group, and to me, it's just looking at the global society and just reminding people that our history did not start as slaves. And I think people, Americans, us Africans born in America, as some will say, believe that our history started with slavery. And I think for me, being there and just connecting and realizing, which I already knew, but just that further awareness that we are so still very much connected. And I think I want to continue to bridge that with Mayor Wood continuously says, building that bridge because there literally is a world of opportunity that we don't tap into.
I think the whole thing is really, for me, it was a sobering experience. I think I told you all I did the DNA test, and the DNA test has 69% of my blood on the West African coast, 29% right now is in Nigeria. And so to go there and have this feeling in my spirit of trying to return home, kind of like you do with your parents and when you're younger, uh, it's almost like a full circle moment. And it was more spiritual for me because all of us were able to go back because they survived. And so while we might be 12 generations or whatever generations late returning, we finally went back. And then to see people that look like us, demeanor, maybe a darker complexion, but our cousins and friends, and it was just wild to me. I've never really seen that before. So that piece, all of it coming together, I enjoy.
So, one of my profound moments was also the door of return. So, we went through the door of no return, and then coming back was very significant because it just made you feel like they went through so much to get to that point. And the fact that our ancestors did all that, we have a chance, we are here. And so we have a chance to come back through the door of return. That was very profound. Um, and the history that you feel everywhere you go, the hosts and the guides that you chose were absolutely phenomenal.
But definitely that school, and it was about 800 kids there. It had to be 500 indoors, another 250 outdoors. Um, and it was a hidden surprise when we walked out that room and we went around back and we're going through the backyard. And I'm like, oh, there's a nice little crowd out here. Okay, okay, okay. And then we go in this building and you walk in and it's absolutely a massive crowd of students in there. And when we walk in, there's this guy, I don't know if he was a student, a teacher, or what he was, but he was singing a song and the crowd was as hype as any concert you could ever ask for in your life. And it was hot as all get out inside that building. I mean, absolutely scorching hot. I sweat through my shirt. But the crowd and the energy that was pumping in that place before they announced the award, before they got up there, I mean, it was absolutely incredible. And I don't know if anybody else, Pedros was in there. I know Mom was in there, and Derek was in there for that energy and how loud it was, that music, and how the crowd was getting chanted, and how when Derek got up there and started dancing, the crowd was all in it. That was just eye opening. And then uh, seeing that eye opening when you hear when they say the church is on top of the dungeons where they kept people in cells right underneath them and it just makes you think like you're preaching all this stuff up here and then right underneath it you literally have people in chains and stuff like that. So what are you talking about with Help My Brother, man? So that was ringing in my ears on the bus ride. I was thinking about that stuff, and then going to the orphanage was probably my favorite stop. And again when we do suggestion, I could have spent all day there. I could have spent 2 days, 3 days there with that doing stuff. And I always enjoy that stuff when I travel and doing that stuff.
It was a wonderful experience for me to have you all there to be able to bring it. Many don't know my first time going to Ghana. I didn't want to go to Ghana. I wanted to go to like South Africa. I wanted to go on a safari. And it was my wife was like, come on, let's go to this Ghana and look at me. I'm 4-5 trips in and I'm
Ghanaian, you're a full Ghanaian.
and I'm constantly bringing people back. Let me just say this: in December, the traffic is three times as
Crazy.
because everybody from the diaspora goes back home during December. It's this big party season. There's food festivals. There is this thing called, how they got Coachella there in California. It used to be called Afrochella, and then Coachella sued them, so they had to change the name to Afrofuture. And so they have this huge Afrofuture festival that everybody comes back, and there's this huge concerts, and people party to 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. I said that right. They party to 10, 11 o'clock in the morning.
It was definitely earth shattering when we were at the Osu Castle. And just knowing that that was where the people who were in the Caribbean actually went, something just shot through me, and it'll bring tears to me right now. Just knowing that my ancestors on both sides of my family went through, because they all were down in the West Indian Islands, and that's where my grandmother actually came to New York at 16 years old. My grandfather came to New York at 17 years old. My other grandmother came to New York at 18 years old. My grandfather came there, I think, at 20. So they all came from there. And what was something that was a tie together for me was listening to the cadence of the speech and the dialect. I heard my grandparents, because that is how they spoke. They had that same accent. The foods were very much the same. The colors were very much the same.
The naming ceremony was extremely special, and being dressed by the Queen Mother, she was very, very like serious, and she knew what she was doing, and we didn't know what was going on, and it was just so special. And then the chocolate making was very nice. It was really special as well. The waterfalls, meeting the chief, just sitting there eating, like, communally, with a bowl in between us. Um, it was, and his grandmother looks like she's 25 years old.
Okay, I'm back. That was a lot, but it was exciting, right, guys? So, remember, Dirty December and SANBRA 2027. Those are the next two things coming up. However, you can always go to our website, check out our Instagram, like and subscribe to our YouTube page. And whenever you feel like you want to come to Ghana, maybe we can work something out for you. Nothing is written in stone. So, just to keep you guys on top of everything, like, subscribe, stay tuned, and keep in touch. We hope to see you soon on the next trip. And remember, every trip is not just an experience, it's a homecoming. So, can't wait to see you at home, guys. Bye.